Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Definitely a thumbs up on that. I'm still in the weekend when recording this, so if you're watching this on the day of its recording and uploading, happy Sunday. If you're not, well, happy whatever day you're in. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Thank you to each and every one of you that watches any of my videos. It is greatly appreciated to no end. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Well, good golly, Miss Molly, I have not been thinking of a whole lot. A couple reasons for that. One of the things is what I want to talk about partly today with the parallels in my life and Adam Troy Castro's life, a science fiction writer slightly older than I am, who lives in Florida, whose wife just died. I want to talk more about that and how it ties into a lot of the things I've been talking about. And just... I'm quite sure there was something else, but I've forgotten what it is that I wanted to say because I sort of derailed myself. Thumbs up for that. But, you know, life is life. So I didn't do much yesterday. I played games, I edited videos, and then I went for walkies. I thought about things as I went for walkies, and then I came back and relaxed and then went to bed. So, thumbs up for that. Morning time, I largely slept until just about 5:30, but my skeletal muscles were really hurting by that time. If I lay in bed, even on a 10-inch thick block of foam and memory foam, that hurts. I've got fibromyalgia and nerve damage, and it's a mess, so I can't even lay down for as long as most people would sleep, so thumbs up for that. But anyway, not to be depressing on that. Really, really quick, the Adam Troy Castro and the death of his wife thing, which I talked about yesterday, which I've mentioned, I identify with him a lot. We're roughly the same age. We were married. He was married for longer than I, and I would have been most likely a paid published writer by this age if I didn't have my severe ADHD, so there are still, parallels and non-parallels. And I've read some of his stuff, and he's really a good writer, but the thing that made the connection was just I friended him on Facebook, I've been reading his posts, and then I have engaged in conversation with him online, where he's done a post, I've commented, he's talked back, we've had conversations. So remember when I've said that the things we make in life don't matter. I mean, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end to everything, and nothing lasts forever. Cities come and go, people live and die. Making something doesn't last. It's like we know a little bit about some of the older people, but most of the things and people that you know about, that they're immortalized through what are the things they've done. Mostly you just know their name and a rough idea of the things that they invented, and then that's it. And then when the rest of our civilization fades in time, then that's gone as well. But it's the human contact that is important, the connections we make with each other. I mean, he's a guy on the other side of the planet, not the planet, the continent. I'm up here in the Northwest, he's down in the Southwest of the United States, and that's a huge distance. I've only read a few things that he's written. They're good things, but it's the connection otherwise, his existence, the things he's done, and then the connection we made through speaking that made the connection. Through his work, he's made a small impression, but just by existing and being and talking, he has touched a lot of people. And now with his tragedy, worse for his wife, but she's gone now, I feel it and am affected. 3,000 plus miles away. The things we do and make aren't important. The connections that we make and the lives that we touch are. So his just natural thing happening with his wife has made more of an effect on my life than his writing, but that's the important thing. It's the human touch, that's the connections that we make with each other and the things that happen, which is why, oddly, this one story that I started like 30 some odd years ago, and have only recently figured out that it has to be, like a 12-issue miniseries of like a comic book or a web comic or some such, with the adventures of Lemonhead in a world where superpowers are common, and in the main issue, the main character, Lemonhead, dies. And then he becomes increasingly irrelevant as the story goes on, but it's a story of the lives that are touched. There are those with superpowers that after his death, because he was supposed to be, it's as long as he's aware that an attack is coming, he can't be hurt. And he's actually hit and killed by someone that commissions him to be beat up, and after the first punch, he dies. After an autopsy, they found his neck is broken, but it isn't recent trauma. The guy that punched him didn't kill him. When did this trauma happen that would have done it? Who knows? But his power failed in some way, and now he's dead. But it becomes a story of the lives touched and what happens. The guy that punched him and, didn't cause his death, but because of these feelings, he becomes an alcoholic and drinks himself to death. And there are others who just by being involved and knowing things, it involves them. And they are affected harshly. Then there are the minor people, as I've mentioned, where they like a minor superhero who, after reading and hearing about this, has to get out of the business because his anxiety over the failure of powers, he knows he's going to anxiety himself into his powers failing at a time when it will be fatal. Just from the feelings he's had after hearing what happened to Lemonhead. So he has to get out of the business. He's going back to college. He's gonna go into insurance. And then the others who, hearing about his deaths, their thoughts are, he had a very minor thing, but he still got up every day and he fought the good fight until he was taken out. I only have a minor ability, but I could do this too. One soldier falls, another stands. And then they become a hero because of this. The rippling effect of just one person's death and the touch of their lives on everyone else. And in the end, of course, the who's become the main character, the widow, Marcia, her for giving herself permission to love again and to continue living. Weird background, but the most normal human story that I've ever thought of, and it's these connections. So thumbs up on that. Also, just as a minor thing, I mentioned yesterday how I've gotten a warning on my channel because of a video I reacted to years and years and years ago. It's bad. I mean, it's bad, and then it sucks. But it's just a warning for me. YouTube doesn't care who you are. There's a channel, MXR Plays, and he has another channel where he reviews Skyrim mods. They know they push the envelope. There are times that some of their videos get demonetized and such, and they're like, yeah, we knew that was going to happen. We were pushing too hard. But still, they run their videos past like 4 or 5 different people at YouTube to make sure their videos are good. And they've had issues and problems, but largely they've stayed great. I watched their video where YouTube went through and demonetized over half their channel. Just bam, and it was all manual reviews. Some reviewer got a wild hair going, and just went through and started going demonetized, which is, as they pointed out, wonderful, because they went through 5 or 6 other YouTube reviewers who said it's fine. But then that 6th person just comes along and goes, oh no, and undoes everything. bam. And the problem with also a demonetized video is because YouTube isn't going to make money on it. YouTube kills it. They don't tell anyone about it. It never goes on to recommended. People aren't told about it. It is dead. A video flatlines when it's demonetized. And over half their channel, in like a 20-minute span, went flat, demonetized. No warnings. Just all of a sudden, all of these email messages of boom, 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 boom. YouTube doesn't tell you why they do these things. They say it's because they don't want anyone to game the system, and that if you know what the rules are, then you can push the rules. You can find a place that it's not covered and then step over it. So instead, all of a sudden, half of your channel and your livelihood goes away. I mean, we're looking at quite literally, it's just, the channel's dead. If they're going to do this, the channel's dead. And they're trying to figure out what else they can do. I mean, I just got a warning. I was lucky. I haven't had my channel effectively chopped. And remember, 1.74 million subscribers they've got. And just out of the blue, nuke. So, who knows? Gotta love YouTube. Thumbs up for that. Plus, as a couple, they're a boyfriend, girlfriend. He's like Taiwanese descent, she's Korean descent, and they are just an absolutely adorable couple. So it's very cool. They're irreverent, they're silly, they do goofy things, and it's thumbs up for that. So, yay. What else do I have on my list? Anything? Well, here's to wrap it up with something that's not awful and depressing. It's a cosmic horror framework type of thing, the thing that I was thinking of. With the singularity, bringing energy, it's like diffusion. The singularity is from a higher power reality that powers all of creation. And we, at a lower power level, draw from that. Simple diffusion. It flows from a higher level to a lower level. Only in multiverses, and what happens with the increasing creation of universes is matter and energy gets locked in. Because there is such a thing as matter decaying, proton decay and such, and subatomic particles, they decay, they go away in time. But matter and energy can't be destroyed. So matter is just basically becoming energy again through time, and then there's nothing physical left. But space and time are linked intrinsically. We're all part of the same thing. It's space-time. So if energy falls down to its lowest possible energy level, which one of the things we're afraid of in our universe is that they also figure the Big Bang, the singularity, the event could have been like a false vacuum of a universe, a place, not a period, falls to a lower energy level, and that propagates outward, and then everything coalesces from that, and you've got a universe. But if that new universe, where it's propagating outward, speed of light, is also not at a true, vacuum level, zero energy, it too could fall to a lower energy level. So that can just keep happening until it hits the lowest possible energy level. These universes, our universe, that could happen if everything is energy, but it's fallen to its lowest possible energy level, then there will never be any movement. It's fallen as low as it can go. And because it has fallen into max entropy, just the lowest possible energy level, there will never be matter again. And if there's no matter, there's no curvature of space. And if there's no curvature of space, there's no time. So it's a dead space. Nothing gets in, nothing gets out. It has reached the ultimate stable state. And as such, drops out of normal reality because it can't be affected. No way in, no way out, no possibility of anything changing there. It is effectively a dead universe without being dead. So there's a constant need on our side for energy, because the energy comes in, is converted into energy we can use. Energy becomes matter. There's a universe that unfolds. The universe withers and dies and fades, but that is just all the energy falls to its lowest possible level. All matter is gone. There's no way in, no way out, no possibility of change. It is the ultimate stable state and is effectively gone. So all of this energy will continue to flow. As long as there is a need, it will flow. And on our side, as long as there is a flow, there's a need. So there will always be that flow, so there will always be creation for an infinite process through time. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment, or however many people do, up to 20 to 25. So thumbs up on that. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. And even though I count in American Sign Language, I've got brain fog from fibro. I have to use THC for pain control. I've got a lot of reasons my memory will never be perfect. With my ADHD meds and therapy and more, I've gotten 1,000% better. One day there will be a limit, but hey, it's a good thing. So, we have Ghostfox 104. Thank you so very much for your continued commenting. It is good to see you in the comments. Oh, excuse me. Lieutenant Lemon, thumbs up and thank you. Vengeful Evangelio, I sure hope I'm close, but I bet I'm not. Thumbs up. Ice Damon, good to see you. Matthew YOHE, thumbs up and thank you. Bullcrap TV, thumbs up and thank you. Jose Camilo, thumbs up. We have Simon Peters, greatly appreciated. Lee Hooney, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. Chairman Stein, thumbs up, greatly appreciated. We have Cuckoo, thumbs up. There's Ollie B, greatly appreciated. And Zombie Wolf, thumbs up and thank you much. Good to see you. Excuse me. That cough snuck up on me. Aiden Schultz, thumbs up and thank you. And Dere, I sure hope I'm close. Taxport. I'm getting lost already. Thumbs up and thank you. Stanky's Brick Films. It is so good to see you. Well, it is good to see you in the comment. Not so good. I mean, I'm not going to gush over your presence because I've only seen you in comments, but it is good to see you in comments. Thumbs up and thank you. There is Bubs. Thumbs up. And The Man Games. Greatly appreciated. Good to see you. Definitely a thumbs up. Melodic. Thumbs up. Bro2836, thumbs up and thank you. Tercio Brillante, I bet I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. David Peterson, thumbs up. Abigail Marston, greatly appreciated. And that is it, 24 comments. Thank you so very, thank you so very, very much. Get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, and that is appreciated to no end. I'm an introvert, but I still need some kinds of human contact, so thank you very, very much. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. And if you'd like to help me out without becoming a patron, I have a PayPal link down below. If you'd like to help me out without sending money at all, I have an Amazon wish list link as well. Updated, it has cat food on it. If you could check that out, that would be very, very cool. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. A definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button. And my kitty just came in through the window. That's why I keep it open 24/7 so she can come and go. So thumbs up for that. Which of course means insects, can come in whenever they want, and there's a forest right outside. there's little blocks of forest land, and there's like a, I don't know, it's like a 6-8 block chunk of forest, and our house is abutted right up against it. So thumbs up for that. But of course, as stated, there's also lots of bugs. It's a bug factory. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, in the United States especially, the Delta variant and just the main covfefe bug, if you are in a red state, please be safe, be smart, wear a mask, wash your hands, try not to touch your face, maintain your social distancing. Red states are just blowing up with the bug. Oddly enough, blue states not having that much problems. I hate the fact that this is a political thing in the United States. Whether or not you're going to live or die should not depend on your politics. Be smart. The virus doesn't care about your politics. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a very good thing.